Hey, I'm Duke on Twitch. If you want to support the channel and greensunzenith.com, you can find my Patreon, merch store, and singles store where you can buy singles through TCG Player or Card Hoarder in the video description. If you want to get in contact, you can also find all that info in the description below for things like donation deck lists or just wanting to reach out. Alright, let's get right into it. Hey team, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch, back with Legacy Lands for a second look at the deck. I want to make a few little changes. I would really love to play a choke in the deck, and there hasn't been too many matches where I've wanted the Thraben Foundry so far, so I'm going to cut that. We're going to move the Needle to the main deck, but I'm not too sure what I want to cut. I also would like to play, if I have it, a Thicket. Yeah, it's either between the Thicket or the one that cycles for 2. I think I really like that this cycles for 1. And I think it might just be the Crucible that I take out, just because it's quite hard to find. And Thicket works really well in the build with Expedition Map as well, which is cool. Yeah, like maybe there's a world where we cut the library as well and just run a kind of bigger Saga package. And just kind of rely on the loams here. Yeah, tap lands are obviously pretty tough, but I think the cycling is just worth it. Like I would love to just test the version with a Thicket to see how it plays out. I think it's a pretty low chance as well to get a hand with no Moxen and Thicket as your green source. It's probably happening more. It's probably going to happen more than once. Kind of like how you always draw a Dried Arbor. And I did just remove a card from the sideboard. Was it an Endurance? No. We just cut a Thram, but we added a Choke. What just happened there? 2 Surgicals, 2 Force, 3 Spheres, Blast, Blast. Needle to main deck. At least play Sheltered Thicket. Is that the red-green one? Card Hoarder. Big thanks to Card Hoarder as well, who sponsored the channel and allow me to play all the decks that I want to play. Thicket. See, I think the big difference between Thicket cycling for 2 yeah, see, I think the cycling for 1 is just so crucial. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stick to my guns and play Tranquil. And if it hurts me, it hurts me. But I do like the look of this. There is another card that I can play though, which is interesting. Brophy, there's definitely some people in chat who can help you out with why Valakut Exploration stopped seeing so much play. I'm going to quickly have a look at what Ali has been playing sideboard. It's a blue version. This is a 8 mulch version. Trap's definitely interesting. Nature's Claim is kind of cool, but no Force of Figures here. Maybe there is a world where I like just like 2 chokes against the blue decks. Alright, we're gonna see how this goes. Yeah, Trap is pretty cool. I'm just gonna hope to not play against combo. So let's go to gameplay. Let's also update the cardboard live. Export 1.1. Nice. Too many cards for blue? I would say blue's the tough matchup. Graph Cage. Graph Cage is actually quite cool. Yeah, Graph Cage is pretty nice. Graph Cage doesn't stop us either. This is a pretty nice hand. It's against a Yorion deck, and I think this is pretty good because we get to turn 1 Exploration, turn 2 Punishing Fire. Alright. Yorion with Beseech. Ah, okay. Interesting. Wasteland would be cool. Mox. Mox is pretty sweet as well. Because we get to play Grove, play Exploration. I guess there's a world where it's better to drop the Grove to the Mox, because I kind of want a Saga here, but I don't want to lose the Beseiju, I don't think. Do I even want a Mox? That's the big question. Maybe I don't want a Mox. But porting them is also quite nice. Yeah, Grove is nice because of the P-Fires. It could potentially just be Beseiju here, because port kind of does the same thing. Yeah. Nice. These are the games that I like. Wanakahara. I think Endurance and Force of Vigor are just... Is it permanents or just spells? But Force of Vigor is also a big one. I think I will just take this out now, so they can't like dress down a response and draw a card. Like I'm not going to put them on Stifle here, or Crop Rotation either. That's fine. It does take away our engine, but like drawing a loam here would be pretty cool. Stage is nice. Doesn't do a whole lot, but... Sure. Hey Reason, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Also getting closer to that 3k follower mark. I am 70 off, but hopefully you have a few full-timers here from... I think I'm more inclined to take them off the white here to play around Prismatic Ending. If they play like a Green Suns for Dried Arbor, we have the Punishing Fires for that. I guess Library is a card that would be pretty good on this board. Oof, that's also pretty good. Now it's a tough one. Especially seeing that we don't have an extra land to port, and also... Yeah, I think I'm still porting off white. Just because I didn't have a great way to play around like a Swords Plushes. Could start firing face. Okay, that's pretty good. I would assume this deck plays Life in the Loam as well, which is a card to consider as well if I am going to be aggressive. Like by holding up Wasteland as well, I could hold up Stage, copy, Port, and just start trying to port them off a little like aggressively. Ponder's okay. Chose to not shuffle. Sure. I won't Wasteland here. I want to see if we can draw a land. Oof. Okay, well maybe I do want to Wasteland now. If they have Force of Will, I'm definitely going to take them off. Huh. Yeah, I could waste the waste and see what they do. I don't mind that. Because if they go after the stage, we can just copy a forest. If they go after the depths, I probably just do nothing and then loam. But then Force Negation does get it. They go after the Grove. Alright. I don't mind trying to get double Wasteland here. Force Negation. What's the card? Urion to hand. Okay. Hey Fox, yeah, got a little bit of pre-modern coverage, which is really cool, seeing FP and Caleb play it. Opponent thinking here? It's going to be Grove Pass. I think Grove Pass is better than Mox Pass, even though it does build the Saga token. I think there's definitely interest for pre-modern. There seems like a lot of interest in Brisbane, which is quite nice. And I would like to maybe build towards a deck that isn't currently played in Brisbane. Alright, so they obviously have a Swords. It's gonna be a tough one. This is definitely a deck where I don't mind the chokes. A deck where I'm probably going to not go towards the sphere line, but still want to have some sort of restriction on their mana. And they do play Loam. Yeah. I thought it might be seeing play. I guess we could try to bog them potentially. Could also attack with both here and then try to punishing fire. Ice Vein. Okay. Yikes. Well, now I definitely want to bog them. So you know, I think here I'd rather see if they try to like block 1 and 1. Yeah. So I'm happy for this. Because now hopefully... I would assume with 6 cards in hand they do have a force. Oh no. Okay. Well, Bog here takes out a lot. Bog takes out an Uro, or an Uro and a... Oh, it doesn't take out a Loam? Okay. Okay. It took out the field, which is nice. But I feel like this might just be like a... No, okay. Okay. Wasteland, no, yeah. Wasteland, Saga, copy. Wasteland. And stage to copy the Saga if they try to Wasteland it. We can also waste our own Bog, correct. Yeah, that's very correct. If we want to get like a bit more value with the Groves, or with the Loams. Can't do anything about that. Nice. Oh, did we play a land for turn? Did we play a land for turn? What did I do? What did I do? I did play a land for turn, didn't I? I played the Wasteland. Yeah, I played the Wasteland. For some reason, I thought we still just had the Exploration in play, but of course we did not have the Exploration in play. Yeah, that's a big pun. No porting either is just incorrect. Huh. I think then here we just try to tap down this Wasteland. and then maybe get it. Yep. I assume we see Brainstorm here. Wow, okay, I did not expect that. Saga, stage, Wasteland. And now I think we start just going towards Thicket for exploration. I think we start drawing. Interesting that they didn't like Ice Fang in response to the Bog to get back to Loam. But 1, 2, 3 Wastelands are gone. Don't really want that. Caracas. Get back to Thicket. Grove. Saga. I have to discard. Yikes. Probably just the Crackers because the Urine is gone. And this is actually a great reason why I like having the Tranquil Thicket here, because now I just get to cycle back a life from the Loam, which is quite nice. Happy to tap this down in combat. I think here is a case of just Grove Pass, but it could potentially be Saga Pass. Just get Saga tokens going. But I like having the extra red. I think Saga's fine. But it's tough, because even at 16 minutes here, or 15 minutes, I really want to keep time up. I don't think Port's doing much now either. I want to use that for Punishing Fire, so 2 mana, 2 mana, 1 mana. It means we can Punishing Fire and Saga. Euro in the bin is pretty big though, but they're gonna Loam. Huh. Snap Brainstorm. This is game 1, correct. I honestly just want to Punishing Fire and Ice Fang. Start getting Saga going. Do we have like an exile effect in the graveyard? We have a map. Spellbomb, Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is definitely interesting. Is Bog exiled? No. Sweet. Bog's in play. Oh no. Okay. I think here, honestly, just to buy some time, which isn't the greatest thing, is just going for Tab. I could get Krakus as well. Hey D5, welcome. But I think Tabernacle just buys me a bit of time to actually like take in what's happening. So obviously they have creatures on board, which is pretty bad for our current life total. They have an Uro in the bin with a loam as well. Yeah, I think for this, like it's getting up on the clock here, because I don't think there's like a great way for us to win this game. They're also playing Timeless Dragon. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about Uro, but I probably should have. Just because we exiled the Yorion, I kind of thought about that a lot more. This is currently game 1, correct? I could just attack here to get some life. Like, they block with the Uro, but I think that with 7 cards in hand, they most likely have an answer for this anyway. There's a world where, like, loaming is correct to try to hit Karakas for the Uro. But yeah, I think post-board, we definitely like the chokes, the endurance, the blasts. I don't think I want the surgicals, but hitting a loam is pretty interesting. Yeah, especially this deck having like so many just 2-for-1s. It's very hard to keep up with the value when you're just playing like a land for turn. It looks to be Bant so far. We haven't seen a red or black card. But I'm not sure what I'm going to take out. Potentially a maze. I could see maze coming out. So I like the blast effects. I do like the chokes. I do like the endurance. And I think I like the surgical. This could be a match where I go down on the Moxen, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, a lot of value and a lot of like go wide strategy from them as well. And like Swords to Plowshares and Prismatic Ending just line up really well against both like our ways to kind of ramp and then also our threats. Yeah, I think Mox can definitely come down. Punishing Fire is not too bad. Needle is interesting. Trim Adepts. Yeah, I like trimming Adepts as well. Punishing Fires are fine. I could see trimming a Loam. I think they'll be on Surgical for Loam. I could see trimming a Beseiju as well. Like a crop. Yeah, Tabby's interesting. I do like Port because they do run basics. Maybe it is Tab. If they go for Field of the Dead, it's interesting. Like, it's tough. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy where, like, Tabernacle is a time constraint on MTGO. And in this sort of matchup, that can definitely be the difference between the games going to time in 3 games or not. But I could see where it's just not that great. But... Cut Crop. Yeah, I could see Crop going down to 2. Maybe it is Tab. Yeah, I think that's not really the way that I want to play. This all kind of checks out. All right. This is not a keep. I like Endurance because it's just a really good threat that also can clear the way of like a Loam or an Uro. But keeping this sort of hand is just a bit rough. It is a 2-lander with Loam. I think it's the Punfire here that I get rid of. Because we can go turn on Exploration and then hold up Pyroblast. We did have the combo, but I think against this deck I'm a little less inclined to go for the combo. Just because of things like Swords to Plowshares, of course, but then like Icewind Quaddle. Prismatic Ending is interesting. Honda. Sure. It was Choke? Huh. Yeah, even on their Wastelands or their Loams, this isn't great, but I think it's just Loam Pass, unfortunately. Surgical and Oniro is quite nice as well, as it is one of their main threats. But yeah, definitely not feeling great about this hand. It did have Exploration, it did have Loam, but I feel like my opponent has like an Endurance here, yeah. Which isn't too bad. I think like them losing an Endurance is a little bit better for us. I also don't mind just trying to slam this choke. Another Saga's pretty good. Something like a Force of Vigor would be pretty bad, but we get to make a Saga token here and hold up Pyroblast. They also missed a land drop. That is pretty huge for this sort of matchup where you just want to be hitting your land drops. Hot take. Hot take. Endurance. Okay. Now the big question here is, what do I want to get? They do respond, mostly likely because of Pithing Needle. I think it's just going to be map. Needle Tef isn't too bad because we have the blast. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. No. Technical difficulty. Technical difficulties. I'll be back in a second. I'm with you. We're trying to get in. This is great for our clock, correct. Okay. We were saying map. Get everything back. Click on map. All right. Let's have a quick think. Seiju. Please Zero, Timeless Dragon. That's fine. Especially seeing we have the endurance. I think I want to take the Seiju. I think I want to map here. So, just to use the mana. Potentially get Bog. I could also go for another Saga because we have the endurance. Yeah, I actually like that. I feel like we can get to a situation where we don't care about the Timeless Dragon. I'm just gonna get Spellbomb. Play Saga. Oof, thankfully. Please work. Ah, no! Yes! Yes! Yes, take that blue player. Oh, I hate Dress Down. That was a mix of emotions. That was a real mix of emotions. Do we want to change anything? There is a deck called 8 Molten Legacy. It's a lot more aggressive deck. Like lands, that plays Field of the Dead as the big winner. Cut another maze? Yeah. It might be tab time. Just because of clock. Opponent's also on 81, which is interesting. Okay. Okay. Would love to find another green land. There we go. Yeah, pretty nice hand here. Pretty happy just holding up crop and piece here. I also don't mind just going after fetches. Also having the spell bomb for the loam to play around an effect to get rid of it is pretty nice. Yeah, I think we can play this a little bit slow. I don't have to be too cautious here. I think just, yeah, I can just crop for bog. I just like the cleanness of countering this on the stack though. I think that's fine. Is it too risky? I think it might be. Is it too risky to go for loam here? I think I think we just have to. It's just so good if it works. Nice. I think here I'm just gonna port. Potentially not. No. I like making the construct and getting some sort of pressure on board. Oh my gosh, yeah. Really tough spot for my opponent, but I think there I like going for end step Saga token instead of trying to take them off plains or forest. Especially because at 3-drops we have a lot of things covered in Spellbomb and the Saga token. Like Saga token by itself with Spellbomb, the other Saga token, and what we get of the Saga kills the Teferi Teacup, which is nice. But these are the matchups that I definitely want to get more associated with, because with lands you don't want to be wasting time, especially in this matchup, in these long games. So yeah, I feel like maybe their mana just wasn't great there. Maybe they just didn't have a way to play around the wasteland or the port once the tokens were starting to be made. Hey Min, welcome. Hope you're doing well. If anyone here is after some pretty awesome Eternal content, definitely check out the MinMax blog, hosted by Minimax. To very humble gentleman of the Legacy community, I'll say. You Saga and grab Mac, grab it and grab a stage, and go towards Saga stage. Yeah, my other thought was maybe going for double port is pretty sweet, but definitely a lot of lines there, which is kind of nice. Hey Vegeta, too kind. And a big thank you to new followers. Cola, Steph, Sniper Bro, Pokimoki, Dark Bant, nice. If that is Pokimoki, hello. I do enjoy lands. It's obviously music. Ah, yeah, well, it is. Sorry, it should be down near here. Apologies. I'm not sure why it went back up. Yeah, lands is just a sweet deck. I mean, who doesn't love to play Legacy without playing too many spells? 4 Exploration, 4 Mox, 4 Loam. Maybe 2 Punishing Fires, maybe some Endurance or Elvish Reclaimers. Otherwise, the deck is pretty sweet. Yeah, I don't mind this hand. I think we're bottoming the Caracas here. Oh, sorry, to the Mox. And using the Saga as a way to engine out this hand. I think it's going to be Mox, pitch Caracas, play Exploration, play Saga, play Grove. And then we have Punishing Fire online in their turn as well. I could also play the Port to turn on Port on like Fetch Land. But then we won't be able to either play the... I guess because... No, yeah. There's no way to play the... Yeah, there's obviously... turn 1, there's no way to play the Saga, get that online, hold up Port, and also Punishing Fire because we use the Mox for the Exploration. But hey, maybe it's close. Yeah, I think I like Pun Up as well. Alright. Mox. Pitch this. Play Exploration. Play Grove. Play Port. I'm gonna do it this way because it also turns on Wasteland off the top if they like have a fetch land, but maybe Saga there is better. It's also just to hide it from a turn 1 Wasteland if they have one, but I think otherwise they won't. Hey, Autonomy, welcome. Yeah, I think I did kind of talk myself into the Saga more than the Port, but... Just an island. Okay. Oh, no. We can play both. Very cool. Which also means we can Port and also hold up Punishing. This is sweet as well, because this line turns on Port for this turn. Otherwise, they would have had the Misty still up. I think Naya Depths is sweet. So just like a green-white build with just blasts in the sideboard and a few red jewels is pretty sweet. So if you have like someone locally who has access to jewels, if you don't have them, is always pretty nice. But I think the added power that the blast effects give green-white depths to go Naya is pretty strong. And definitely worth the downside of having maybe like a mana base that is more open to... Ooh. Duress. I guess we might as well Punishing Fire my opponent. Is this going to be Doomsday? Oh, it's online? I think Naya. I think Naya is actually quite well positioned. Just having 1 mana answers for anything from Delver to Murktide is really strong. I will return. Ooh, Loam. Loam's kind of... Loam's not free here. I still like porting my opponent and then creating a 2-2. And then next turn I get both Sagas back. Definitely getting a combo feeling. Doomsday, yeah. Unfortunately, I guess Saga can get Spell Bomb. I mean, that's if we get a turn, to be fair. Get Ghost Quarter? Yeah, off Expedition map. That's pretty cool. And it looks to be just a straight version with no Murktides. There's one Oracle. Okay, so it's just a one Oracle Doomsday here. But they're playing in LED now, which makes me kind of worried. Yeah, this also plays around Punishing Fire on Oracle. Tough. This is even the... we even took out the Thran, which is pretty tough. I mean, like, nearly all of this, not the Surgicals, but the Blasts, the Chokes. I probably don't need the Forces. Punishing Fire, Maze of Ith, Caracas. Surgical doesn't really do anything against Doomsday. It destroys their pile. Maybe it's better than just something else. I definitely want the Spheres. I definitely want the Endurance and the Chokes. The Crops are great. Alright. Maybe it's actually part of the, like, Needle is really just fetch lands. Spell Bomb. I think it's just better cards. Shadow Spear. No. Tabernacle out. Seiju. Yeah, Blast. Bog. It could just be going down on lands. Endurance. I could see myself dropping a Loam as well. Yeah, one exploration. That's pretty good. Just a little bit too slow here, and no real hate. Definitely interesting. I think as a 6, it's going to be okay. Yeah, it's really nice to have the blasts covering things like Murktide or even Baleful Strix if they go for a more defensive role. Okay. I don't want to play the port but then not port them, because then it shows that we have something. I think I'd rather play the Wasteland here, because at least it taps for mana in case of Daze. The downside of not playing Depths here is that if we draw into Thespian Stage or Yavimaya next turn, we just have the combination with 3 mana. But I think Wasteland is okay. It gives away the least amount of information. Crypt is interesting. Okay. Hey, Debinder, welcome. I think end step I'm going to try to port them down. And try to get some number of lands underneath this choke. Okay. Underground Sea, sure. Underground Sea, sure. Doomsday. Okay. Well, if we get a turn, and if we draw a land that taps for mana, well, it has to be a green or red source. We can play Choke with Pyroblast backup, which is pretty sweet. Could also potentially Doom's Surgical them to see what their hand is before we cast anything. All right. I bring this up like I can like see straight away what's been taken out, but I'm never that on top of it. Oh, they're passing. Right. I don't want to fetch because I want to have a high exploration. That does nothing. I think I Surgical Doomsday here to see what's in their hand. Because if they have a Daze, I don't want to choke, of course. Their hand has a Force and a Force. The Brainstorm, and they have these left over. Tough. So they have an island left. Okay. And a cavern. Okay. So they have 2 mana for the Thrasis Oracle. So I can't really take them off the mana. I can Pyroblast the... No. Opponent critiquing themselves is very cool. I'm going to assume this is like endurance. Yeah, they win next turn if there is a world where the pile didn't stay the same way they wanted it. But it's pretty tough because the Brainstorm just kind of gets there. Yeah. The Hanra, I think you're correct. I think they just had too many draw spells that it's a little bit too easy for them to get there. Hey Jittery, welcome. Oh. Oh. Really? Okay. We're definitely fetching. And I'm definitely getting a Taiga. Yeah, so the tough part now is that they have open Force of Negation Hardcast. Yeah, I definitely feel like we've just got a turn that we didn't really deserve. So I'm definitely going to try to make the most of it. Now we can't combo because they have the chain. But I might want to, like, port them down here. Like, I should have done this in the main phase so they can't just float. Huh. Like, is there a world where we could crop for Yav and then untap and play Choke and also have Pyroblast open? Could crop for Ghost Quarter. That's true. Maybe we'll see if the crop resolves. I'm going to get rid of the Dark Depths because it's the land that I least care about. The thing that Choke does is put my opponent in a position where they might see it and go, oh, I need to force that. Like, even the crop here is pretty much a bait spell. Yeah, I could get another Taiga. It's very true. If they hardcast Force Negation here, it's not too bad, especially if we draw a land off the top, because then we can play the Choke and then play the Pyroblast into the Force of Will. Brainstorm. Okay. Well, that's 2 lands down. It might just be... I think Tiger, however you want to say it, I think Taiga is just better than Yavimaya now, because it opens up us drawing into second blast as well, if needed. I don't think Ghost Quarter does enough. It takes them off 1 land, and then Wasteland takes them off another. They still have 2. Port takes them off a 3rd. They only have 1 land left, but then they also have the Cavern of Souls left. So I think it is just Taiga. And then hope we draw into Endurance. Another crop. Okay. Well, let's start with Choke. Which is tough as well, because they can just bounce it, we Pyroblast that, and then they just force the Pyroblast. Yeah, Endurance actually isn't an out here because of the Tormod's Crypt. You know when a parent puts the kid in the driver's seat and lets them drive, but the car's turned off? That's how I feel right now. I'm the kid, and this Doomsday player is the parent letting me drive with the car turned off. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm making game actions, but they don't really necessarily mean anything. Huh. Tough. Joke sucks. Is this a cat in a hat? Exploration, Loam, and a land? Yes. Yes! With Punishing Fire and Grove? Yes! It is going to be combo now that we screenshotted it. I will go for a basic. Play Exploration. Force Pitch Uro, that is fine. That's pretty good. I probably care more about blue here. Needle's definitely nice. I think if I had the leftover mana, it's just really hard not to get Loam going. Oh my gosh, they went down to 9 and they didn't play a land for turn. I'm not going to Loam here. But I might port. I guess we could also name a fetch land here. With the needle. Maybe now it's correct to go for it. I kind of like port. Oh, we have the extra land though. Yeah. I should have seen that. Does that change anything? Look, I'm going to assume the deck's playing more Misties than Flooded Strands. Opponent also getting close to our Punishing Fire, which is quite nice for us. Caracas, that's fine. Ending is okay. I'll loam. This is the magic that I enjoy. I should have actually kept up the forest just to bluff crop rotation. Yeah, I think we might just be in a position where we have everything we need and I can just keep going for exploration. The Ponder chose to shuffle, which is more than fine. Okay. Endurance. Huh. That's fine. That's okay. Wow. Seiju. That's pretty nice. It does give them a basic though. Huh. You don't think they have basics? Oh, is this like an Anzi special? I'm pretty happy to test that. Yeah, Force Negation on Loam was pretty nice. It is basic land types, that's very true. I think I'm more so happy to try to port and then endurance. They have no basics, yeah. Yeah, they can get jewels, that's very true. I feel an Uro coming. Wow. Did not expect that to stick. Attack with endurance. And now it's probably just play second grove. Holding up stage is also nice. I guess they could have their own endurance to take out in response to this grove, so I might play the second grove. I'm also going to use them to take them off this trop because it's green mana, and I assume they have a Swords to Plowshares for the endurance, and I don't want them using that mana in upkeep. Hey Mark, very cool to see you. Hope you're doing well. Big shout out to Strauss Daddy. If you enjoy Maverick content, definitely check out Mark. There's swords, sure. Mystic Sanctuary, get back swords, sure. 4 cards left for my opponent. Punyu. Oh, Force Negation? Come on, man. Come on now. I'm going to untap here and then most likely besiege you. Saga's a nice draw. Nice. Green. I probably should have played the Mox and pitched the tab, because then I could use this to copy and also, yeah, use this one to copy a Saga and then also port my opponent off double green. I think copy Saga this turn is just better. Unfortunately, that is a huge error, but because giving them access to green, okay, another library isn't too bad. All right, now the trains are rolling. Okay, okay. Yeah, my only consideration for the library is just the ability to look for 3 cards deeper. And I don't think there's a better target for the Beseiju. And I think I'd rather give them the ability to not scry 3 every upkeep. I'd rather have them, give them the land. It was just kind of awkward because I didn't want to do that early on. I also should port here. 1, 2 here. Because we can go put this. Should have done one in upkeep so they can not float the mana and just use it. Endurance is more than fine. Two. Red. Not really relevant. Oh, did I just pass back? I did just pass back. Sorry guys, that was just me looking at chat for a second. That's pretty brutal. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. But I think he was going to get Spellbomb. and then Punishing Fire our opponent. And we can do this to play around Swords to Plowshares as well. This is a red mana. That gains him a red mana. Come on, man. Come on, you're better than this. Yeah, we can tap him off the swords if we tapped incorrectly. Two mana, one mana left over. Double punt and big punts as well. Yeah. Huh. I will get this back. Definitely feel a dress down coming. Huh. Okay. They can only block one, right? Nice. Bit of a grind and a few major upsets there, but chokes, blasts, endurance is pretty nice as well. Spheres? We could copy their Volk as well, but then it's tapped, so then we'll just untap anyway with the Tager up. I think Moxen can come down for sure. Spellbomb was nice there, but otherwise I guess it can finish off maybe a Planeswalker. I could see Maze, Zone, Tab. Bog still seems relevant. I'm not sure where I would fit the spheres. Keep Zone. Yeah, Punishing Fire is interesting. Like if they're playing some amount of Zone for Uro, Narset, Teferi. I guess, yeah, we have the... That's a tough one. Maybe it's worth just like a just in case, because on 3 it also hits Uro and Endurance. I could see trimming on a Loam and a Crop. Yeah, it might just be a Depths, to be fair. I kind of like that strat. The Surgicals are definitely interesting, but we haven't seen like Loam yet. So I'm pretty happy just to run this and see how it performs. It's a Loam hand, which I don't mind. It doesn't have any... Actually, yeah. It's a Loam hand with double endurance, which is quite nice. So we have a nice answer for Uro. It's also just a threat, which is pretty good. We have a land to get back from the Life and Loam. And I'm also happy just to reset here, and then hopefully next turn, potentially draw into either a Mox Diamond or an Exploration. Okay. Is it too greedy here to crop for Wasteland? I don't think so. Yeah, I think there are better things to crop for. Especially if I can take them off blue and not just Wasteland anything. Yeah. Like now I feel like we're in a pretty nice position. We also have the combo next turn, which is pretty sweet. And I'm just going to pass with the combo up. Yeah, nice. All right. Pretty happy to take that one. It's raining. It is raining, which is really nice. I mean, like, Lance has just been really nice. 2/4/1s, going down to Reanimator, and Bant in the game 1 with Ali, which I think was definitely up to a time thing. It's a little bit tough to be having a streaming with 2 co-hosts. VCH. We have the Saga, but that's about it. I think I'd rather mulligan at least once to a hand with a little bit more of an engine. No. We can recover well with a Loam as well, which is nice, so pretty happy to go to 5. Does have double Saga. Do we just go all in on Saga? Keeping bottom like 1, 2. Bloodstain traditionally means Reanimator. Huh. Oh, we don't have a second green source. That's a little bit of a yikes. I still don't mind dropping the Windswept Heat to the Mox because it is our colored source, and like Stage is just another way to win through depths if the Saga doesn't work out, but that's pretty rough to draw that. tough. One top, one bottom. Okay. Nothing? Okay. What are we gonna get with Saga? Clutch. Just in case we need it. Really nice. I think it's going to be Needle. I think it is Needle on Wishclaw, yeah. That's the only thing. Like, I don't think Shadow Spear and try to, like, get above, like, Storm Count is a way to go. I think it is just Needle on Wishclaw and hope they run at least one. I know that Bryant Cook recently ran an Ant League with, like, 4 Wishclaws, so maybe there's a trend of players going back to just running all Wishclaws. I think if they cast a Cabal Therapy, I'm going to Endurance in response. Sorry, a Cabal Ritual. And take them off the threshold. Pond is okay. At least every hit is just making Adnors a little bit worse. Especially next turn when they take 12 and go to 2. Oh, that means that... so close. Because if we make a token, that uses up all our mana, but it makes them 5/5s, and then a Shadow Spear makes them 6/6s, but then the equipped one gets +1. It wouldn't be lethal. They'd need to fetch as well. They also chose to shuffle on the Ponder. Right. Spellbomb's interesting because it's pretty much 4 damage. It's 2 damage and then 2 damage for each, or then an extra damage for each token. Yeah, so making another one doesn't improve the clock, so maybe Shadow Spear actually isn't too bad here, just to get above that 20 life. I can even loam these 2 back and then equip. Yeah, loam into Shadow Spear seems solid. I mean, this causes my opponent to have 4 extra spells. I guess 3. Well, I don't guess 3, it actually is 3, but still. Really nice way to pressure them. They did shuffle the Ponder, so it's going to be a pretty good draw. Nice. Okay. Pretty awesome to take game one. Yeah, that's pretty sweet as well. Blasts, Pyro, Endurance, Force. I mean, like, nearly all of this. Like, Surgical isn't the worst against what I believe to be. With main deck Duress, I think that is going to be Ant. So, like, Mazovitz, Caracas, Blast Zone. Tab's okay for empty. Spell Bomb, Loam, Punishing Fire. Yeah, Force maybe not. Especially with the Besejus. Moxin is still fantastic, it's just a way to turn one Sphere. Yeah, the only way... I guess we need like both Blast Zone and Thespian Stage to deal with empty. And Tab's just quite like it's just one card, which is nice. So you can find it off Crop, you can find it off Loam potentially, you can find it with Map. I could see Ghost Quarter. Yeah, maybe Ghost Quarter and 2 Explorations. Maybe even... Yeah, it might just be Spear. Yeah. The tough thing about being on the draw is you have to keep a hand that's also quite good against hand disruption. His hand is just a little bit too slow, unfortunately. Okay. Bottom an Exploration. And just hope that they don't have turn 1. They also went to 6, so... Ah, always. That's cool. We still got a pretty good plan. Just doing this to act like we might have drawn like a Veil or a Blast. Okay. Oh, I did have extra lands to play. Okay, that's a pretty fantastic draw, let's be honest. I'm gonna hold the Tab for now. Not too much use in playing it. Like, Echo into empty could be the thing that I'm worried about. But this in response to a bounce spell is quite nice. Saga would be a fantastic draw. Crop rotation. Opponent just really going up on mana. I don't want to be copying anything right now either. Wasteland. Okay. Yeah, the only thought is like if I get my own... I guess we're getting to the stage where it doesn't really matter. I was thinking about my own Saga tokens. But, yeah. I'm going to hit the Badlands because it isn't an island, which Choke take cares of. I could copy waste. Maybe that's the role of Saga here. That's probably yeah. It's probably best to do it instead of nothing. There we go. I also made a mistake there. I should have had a stop at the end of draw, so I could crop for Saga, get a trigger, and then go to main phase 2 and get a trigger. So straight away I get that token at the end of their turn. And I guess the reason for holding tab is that I could discard the Mox Diamond to it to get an extra damage through. I also just have a 20/20 here, so what are we talking about? It will take an extra turn, but I think this is fine. Again, because I didn't have the Mox. Okay. No, still not good. But yeah, actually not having the mana here is pretty rough because it means I can't hold up like a bounce effect. Yeah, playing the tab really got us. Huh. A second Tendrils in hand? Tudor. Tough. And yeah, just one little play. Did they have a Dark Ritual in the deck? In the graveyard? Yeah, they can't Cabal. Yeah, I think I just I think I shouldn't have conceded there, but that's fine. We get more magic, which is even better. It does have spear, but it doesn't have any acceleration. This has acceleration, but nothing really going for it. Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant that they could do it. Tough. Okay. One top, one bottom. I think I'd rather take one draw. It's tough though. I get to draw a card with the ticket anyway. No, I'm probably pretty happy. Tough. Yeah, no, I feel like my opponent's counting. Big yikes. Yep. Oh wow! I didn't even see them targeting our mocks there. Tough. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like they did, but I also feel like they wouldn't have gone for it if they didn't. Check the VOD. I don't think I can check the VOD of this one because we're still in the match, but I'd like to go back and check. What's opponent getting here with 2 mana? They get a pier. Tendrils. Okay. Depths does it. I want to cycle this in case we draw into a sphere. Saga's pretty good as well. They didn't? Nice. I think I will loam here so we have the exploration. The big question is, can I afford to not port here to make a token? Or do I have to port? They have 3 cards in hand, they could go up to 4. It would have to be pretty good. Port. Yeah. There is a world. Yeah, 1 is pier, that's correct. Okay. Look, that's one. It's 10 to 1 a.m., so it's 12:50. But I feel like we had the right plays there, just had to get there. A huge thank you. I believe what they might have wanted to do was go for empty the Warrens instead of pier, and so they wanted to float red and not black, and get empty and then ritual into empty. Well, ours was because someone in chat said that they couldn't win through, or they could win through Piff. But I should have checked. I should have really checked. All right, let's finish on a high. All right. Oh, is this gonna be? Is this Eli? Or is this? Andre. That's Mangu? Oof. I think this is too slow. Huh. No. Maybe this is just a saga hand. Drop the blast zone. Taiga map. I think this might just be a saga one. Yeah, I think it has a plan. Keep bottom saga. Opponent keeps 7. Chalice for 1 is more than fine here. We draw a 1-drop. Okay. Probably just passing with Beseiju. I guess Chalice does stop crop and exploration. Ah. Yikes. Okay. We could go for Dark Depths here and then hope to draw into Punishing Fire for the Magus, or we go for Forest. I think our chances are pretty grim anyway with just the Forest. Like, the only way to beat the Magus here is the Punishing Fire. We also have Mox Diamonds to draw into. Yavimaya doesn't do anything here. This is going to be tough. We don't really have much. Yeah, tough. I guess spheres? Forces? And just try to like turbo depth them? Caracas can most likely come out. Sphere seems bad. Don't play spheres? Okay. And it's just the forces. Like bog. Yeah, that's really it. Like potentially extra endurance, but target for Needle is most likely Seasoned Pyromancer that we saw, or a Planeswalker. Yeah, maybe like Endurance is just better than something like a Maze, but... like again, like double Saga Ham, but they probably just have... Like we can't even cast anything. A Loam Hand... This doesn't really do much either. It has like Exploration and Loam, which is nice, but... We do have Beseiju, I guess. Second Loam doesn't really do anything. I mean, Ghost Quarter ourselves gives a second green source. If it gets to that sort of stage. But like maybe we're just trying to turbo out depths. Closer. Yeah, I think that last 6 was better than this. Yeah, tough. Rough. Definitely a rough way to finish. But overall the deck seemed pretty cool. Go to Decktech. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay on lands for a bit. I really want to learn the deck a lot more and put some time into it, but really like the thought of green-red and just playing around with those colors for now, and then maybe looking towards some of Ali's Bant decks, which are pretty cool. Definitely not a third league. It is 1 AM and I have work in the morning, but I'm going to see who else is streaming and send you guys over there. It looks like Granham who is streaming Legacy Maverick, which is cool. Yeah, we cut the library and the Crucible because we wanted to add in or at least I wanted to add in a Tranquil Thicket, and there's one other card. The main deck Needle. That was it. Yeah. A huge thank you to you guys for coming in. A huge thank you to new followers. If you guys want to find me on YouTube, you can find me here. If you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me here. Yeah. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.